Yeah.
Broncos get the nice looking win there. Drew Lock for the first game this season. I watched Drew Lock and he actually looked
Looked
like
pretty good.
a franchise
Yeah,
quarterback.
looked pretty good.
The first 6 games, it was like injured Drew Lock or bad Drew Lock, and this was actually like, wow, Drew Lock is actually okay.
I think he looked more comfortable in the pocket.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of dancing around on that last play,
Yeah.
flung it in there. I haven't really seen that.
Now
from Drew
maybe
Lock
that's
yet.
because he was playing against the most injured defense, or the second most, besides
Yes,
the
but
49ers.
Like, he was sticking in the pocket. You know,
Yeah.
he was being a little less frantic, looking less like a rookie.
Yeah.
But I don't know if he's the future yet.
Well, the problem about that there is he's not going to be better than Mahomes most likely, and the way Justin Herbert's playing, he's not going to be better than him. He might end up being better than Derek Carr.
He might
Down-
end up being.
down the line.
You don't know 100% that he's not going to be better than Justin
Herbert,
Herbert.
yeah.
But you know that Patrick Mahomes is better than.
So for the Broncos to win that division, and it's
I don't
hard
think it's
for the
happening.
Chargers, anyone to
The
win that
Broncos
division.
would
It's
have to
so
have
hard.
like an elite defense and then like an okay offense. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like kind of like the 2013 Seahawks, something along those
Yeah.
lines, to have a chance at the chance at winning the division. Because
Yeah.
Andy Reid and
The
Patrick
Chiefs aren't
Mahomes.
going anywhere anytime
I
soon.
think they're a dynasty for like 10 years. I don't know. Broncos could sneak one out, but it's kind of likely.
Yeah. All right,
Unlikely,
move
but-
on to the only 2 times they've won it in the decade was when they had Peyton Manning. So
Yeah,
and that he was the best QB. So move on to number 18 now, the Miami Dolphins. Surprisingly, get that win over the Rams. Tua Tagovailoa looked pretty bad if you ask me, but the defense got the job done.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't see much from Tua, but at the same time, they got the win, so I
mean,
can't really fault him.
Yeah, 12 out of 22, so I guess he was above 50%. And then that fumble, of course, didn't throw any picks, and he did throw the touchdown.
You also have to remember, this is his first NFL
Yeah.
game. Like, what are you guys expecting? You can't compare him to Herbert yet, because
Yeah,
Herbert's
yeah.
played like 6 games.
Well, I'm just saying, he didn't look that good, but then again, he benefited immensely from defense and special teams.
Yeah, I mean, take advantage of your defense.
14 points scored there, and then, of course, both of the touchdowns were also, right? One of the touchdowns was because of a pick, and one of them
And people are going to
was
overreact.
because of the,
Yeah, so we'll talk about the Rams in a little bit, but I have an opinion on why the Rams lost so badly.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, so
All right, I'm going number 17.
Eagles.
The Eagles. This is the team that I was probably too high on. I put them at 13.
wow.
Two straight wins without their entire team, basically. I mean, Travis Fulgham and Carson Wentz, that's all they have right now. as
No,
far
they
as
have
weapons.
Wentz. They have Boston Scott.
Boston Scott. So I was impressed. I think the Eagles could probably go on a run and win 7 or 8 games.
I mean,
For
it was-
them,
it was
with
pretty-
the team they have.
It was pretty close throughout the whole game
Mhm.
until the end where the Eagles really pulled away.
Yeah, I think they're definitely playoff contenders, and because of their spot in the NFC East, and now they have a 1.5 game lead, which is huge.
Huge. I think they won the NFC East. Personally, I hope they
It'll
get
be
like.
difficult for the Giants to come back.
I hope they
or
get
the
like
team.
6 wins. Out of the
Yeah.
other 3 teams, who do you think is the highest chance of making the playoffs?
I don't know.
Like
See,
about winning the
I
NFC
guess the Cowboys.
I'm gonna say the Redskins just
because
because
they have the
the win.
experience, the Washington football team.
I'm gonna say the Washington football team just because they have the win against the Eagles. So if they tied at the end of the year, but I guess the Eagles have a tie, so it might not matter. I don't know.
It'll be difficult because of that tie. The Eagles could potentially win 6 games, and say the Washington team also wins 6, but the Eagles will win. So they would have to win 7 games. They have to win 1 more game than the Eagles,
Mhm.
and the
Like,
Eagles already have.
there's
one
not
more
going to
game.
be any head-to-head because I guess the Washington football team could have taken advantage of that. You know, let's say they beat the Eagles again, then they
Yeah.
have a head-to-head. But I don't think head-to-head's going to matter if there's
Yeah.
a tie involved. So
I mean, who knows? The Washington team could go on a run. I don't know. This week they play the Giants. They can pick up their 3rd win there, but after that, their schedule is so hard. They have to play the Steelers, the Ravens. They've already played the Ravens. They play the Steelers. They play the Bengals, which they could win. They play the. I think they play the Packers still. They still have to play the Vikings. They play the Lions. Those are all tough games. It's going to be hard for the Washington team to pick up any more than maybe 3 more wins this year.
and that'd probably be against NFC
Yeah.
East.
The wins that I see them winning is the Giants and then maybe the Cowboys again. That's probably the only 2 games.
Okay, next.
Yeah, next we got the 49ers, the Browns at number 16. barely scraping out into the top half. They lost to the Raiders. Baker Mayfield looked absolutely terrible, but the weather was horrible.
6
so.
points. But
6 points in
Derek Carr at 16. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Baker Mayfield's I still think he's one of the worst quarterbacks. But.
Yeah, I think people got a little hyped up about him because he had a good week last week. But I think that he's the same old Baker that we know and love.
Yeah.
Below average, and they should probably move on if they want to ever make a Super Bowl. Because they have a really good roster.
But at this point, the Browns aren't playing for a Super Bowl. They're playing for one playoff game. They don't even want it at home. They just want to have one playoff game.
They're playing for They're playing for the 7th seed.
Yeah, and they're probably one of the. I would say there's about 4 teams that are like that to me. It looks
they lost to the Raiders, and the Raiders is gonna be Raiders are gonna be another wildcard team that I think they might have needed a win over because at the end of the day, the Raiders are gonna lose to the Chiefs in that division, right? Oh no, wait, what division are the Raiders in?
The West, yeah. They're not winning that division.
They're not winning that division, and the Browns aren't gonna win their division. So I think when you get down to it, it might be the Browns and the Raiders fighting for that last playoff spot, or maybe one of those playoff spots, and now the Raiders have a head-to-head over them.
Yeah, the way it looks to me is in the NFL there's about 4 teams right now they're good, but basically their only chance is a 7th seed. In the AFC, it's the Raiders and the Browns, and the way it looks right now is the Raiders are going to take that spot.
In
the NFC, it's our next 2 teams, number 15 and number 14. These are the 2 teams I see vying for the 7th seed in the NFC. The Rams and the 49ers. 49ers, we have at 15, Rams at 14. Who do you think wins that overall?
Rams.
I think the 49ers.
Garoppolo's going to miss, what?
Yeah, 6 weeks. I think that's good for the 49ers. Honestly, Garoppolo has been bad this year. He's been bad.
Yeah, but Nick Mullins and Beathard didn't do great. Yeah, I get against the Seahawks, but when they were starters, what happened?
Again, he beat the Giants.
Oh, the Giants.
And he beat the Jets.
Oh, the Jets.
Yeah, I get it. It's the Giants and the Jets. But still, I think Nick Mullins actually has some upside and maybe some hidden potential in him. It'll be interesting to see, though, without George Kittle, their offense is going to be a lot worse. But the Rams, my goodness, they look really bad against the Dolphins. I mean, as far as...
Oh, I'm going to talk about the Rams really quick.
They got a lot of yards, but
in my opinion, I think so. The Rams had a short week. A, they had a short week, and B, the Dolphins had a bye. So the Dolphins had 2 weeks to prepare, where the Rams had 6 days. I just don't know if that. I don't know. I still think they look really bad, but I think they have, in my opinion, a little bit of an excuse when a team has twice the amount of time to prepare, to memorize a game plan, to see trends and reading defenses, etc. I don't know.
That's just crazy to me that Sean McVay lost 28 to 17. I mean, that's just bad.
And it was their defense that did a lot of that. It was a kick return.
A kick return and a pick six and a
fumble
recovery and another interception.
So all 21 points was from defense or special teams.
All 4 of the Dolphins' drives was because of the defense. They had a fumble recovery in the red zone that led to an easy handoff touchdown. An interception at the 30 that led to the only
in my opinion, it's not really McVay's fault that they got a touchdown return. I don't know.
That's true.
I feel that's kind of fluky.
But they still would have.
I know, but then you take away those 7 points, and then there was a pick 6 again, something that's kind of on Jared Goff, and then there's a fumble recovery, which is just
Jared Goff is the quarterback.
No, I'm talking about Sean McVay's game plan, and just the Rams as a whole. A lot of that was due to Jared Goff and that kick return. You minus 21 points. If there's not a pick 6 there,
honestly,
and a fumble recovery.
You minus 28. Well, the fumble recovery didn't go to the end zone.
It was really long though. So
or maybe not. Maybe the fumble recovery went to the end zone, but the interception didn't.
Okay. Well, either way, I think it could have been a closer game if there was less mistakes, but there were mistakes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think the scoreboard looks worse than I feel like it was.
Yeah, I mean that's true. They outgained it by 200 yards.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. All right, number 13, Oakland Raiders, 4-3, but I think they're a little bit better.
13.
13, yeah, Raiders.
Where do I have the Raiders? I think I'm high.
You have them at 13,
right?
Right, same as us. Right? You had them at 12.
Okay.
Seth had them at 12. I had them at 15.
15. So who do you have at 14?
At 14, I had the Niners, and then at 13,
How do you think the Raiders are better than the Niners?
Or
the Raiders are worse than the Niners?
Because I don't know. I just don't trust their defense as much as the Niners, even with the injuries.
Really? The Seahawks just lit up if the Niners beat them.
Yeah, but that's the Seahawks who have one of the best offenses.
Yeah, but who did the Raiders beat?
They beat the Saints, the Chiefs. Yeah, no, I get it.
Oh, the Saints and Chiefs. They're pretty bad.
And the Browns, yeah.
Saints and Chiefs are a possible Super Bowl matchup.
Yeah.
And they beat both of those teams.
Yeah.
I don't know. I take that over who the 49ers beat. The Jets.
Yeah.
The Giants.
I get it. I don't know. I just don't trust the Raiders yet. I guess.
Okay, well, I trust Derek Carr more than Nick Mullins personally, so that's my reasoning behind it. And I trust their defense more, and I trust Josh Jacobs more than whoever they have in running back. I don't know. I think they're a better football team all around. Coaching, maybe not. I would probably take Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, and the 49ers are going to have a really tough schedule, so I don't think they're making. I don't know. I don't think they're making the playoffs. So yeah.
And speaking of teams that might be better than the Raiders, the Bears, number 12.
The Bears.
What do you think? Do you think the Raiders are better than the Bears? I had them as below. I had the Bears as better than the Raiders, but now I'm kind of reconsidering. Seth had the Raiders ahead, and you had the Bears at number 9 ahead of the Raiders. I don't know, 5 and 3. That was a pretty.
I had the Bears at 9.
Yeah, I think they could be a lot higher if they bench Nick Foles. Honestly.
And for who?
Trubisky.
Okay, I'm done talking.
They
Next.
should bring Trubisky back.
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to talk about that. That's just dumb. Next.
11, Colts.
Yeah, respectable. Respectable. I think probably a 13 area. 14.
Yeah, you have them at 14.
Yeah. I like the Colts more than anybody at the start of the year, but I thought Philip Rivers was going to be better. Personally, I thought Philip Rivers was going to be better. He looked obviously pretty good, but again, they played the blanking. They played the Lions.
Yeah.
And the Lions